Now, because we can cheat, and I can actually show off that, like, they intend for you...
They quote-unquote intended.
For you to vomit. I think you could blow those up, but...
But we have cheat power. What the fuck did you just grab onto?
You can grab onto the wider part because it is magnetic.
That's bullshit.
I don't know what you're talking about, Gerthen. Nearly done. Again, as long as you hold the button, she auto-grabs.
Yes.
And this is, again, a full range, so, like, you can ignore.
And you don't have to actually follow every part of the track. I'm sorry, this is excessive.
I said excessive. And, like the Wii version, there's rubble that you need to power bomb that's not up here on GameCube.
Because there was, like we talked about, there was a way to get up here early in GameCube, so they added the power bomb.
Plasma beam.
Plasma! Ah!
I told you it was excessive.
Plasma!
And then, not only is it excessive, they, to, you know, stop speed running and sequence breaking, they added the rubble.
Strongest weapon in the game.
It's also the best fucking weapon.
Okay. Then... we gotta go from here.
Go to that room that just trails off.
That's an entirely different path. The shit I want is on the completely... Alright. While I'm here, I can't open it. So the plasma beam, one, has a really decent fire rate for what it's worth. But the gimmick of the weapon, like, that fire rate is incredibly fast for what it's worth. But the entire gimmick, it's a fire-based weapon. Perfect example. You set an enemy on fire, he will just burn up.
The best example against these enemies would be, like, to shoot them with a charge shot.
No, charge shots eviscerate, but the other guys just die.
Yeah.
No, like, the other guys that I shot, like, twice died. They're gone. Okay. The elevator. Okay. Oh, actually, because of what this does, this is actually a better idea because this blows up that path. And if I'm right, hold on, there are two similar paths. Okay, actually, wait, no. Yep, okay, that's what I thought that was. Running away, okay. It's a phase on mines path, but you might think that's good, but what I need is then on the far side back at the beginning, we're not going to the phase on mines, because coming up here is kind of stupid. But, like, in general, as long as you pot shot, like, you don't even need charges, and they'll just, yeah, they just die. Eviscerated. My man got wombo comboed.
Some people would say that the plasma beam is overpowered. These people are wrong. Now, like, Now, to be fair, in like some...
Basically, what makes the plasma beam sort of ridiculous, that rate, look at the rate of fire for the basic shots. It's almost as fast as the power beam, but it's way stronger, and it has the burn damage. So even if you just nick something, it will constantly burn and usually fizzle out long before any...
And again, the charge shots with this thing are disgusting.
Basically, gotta go a long way to go get my crap. Oh no, this weapon is ridiculous!
No, there are still some uses for the other weapons, like... Well, charge shots for this thing are ridiculous. In some ways, it's like charge shot you can't immediately kill, whereas anything that is frozen will basically...
Yes, but the freaking burn damage.
Oh, it's one of those, if a plasma beam charge shot does not kill it, just then continue to pelt an enemy with just continue to pelt an enemy with basic shots or let the burn damage or kill it, and you will probably...
Even this fire guy.
I was going to say, you think these enemies, because they're in a fire area, would resist fire, but just like 2 shots and a charge shot, and you blew the enemy's head off.
It is the strongest.
Sit there and think about how many missiles.
It is the strongest weapon in the game, bar none, where nothing can stop you except for 1 or 2. Even just pelting it.
Now, because these enemies are in the Magmor Caverns, you can see he wasn't burning, so that is, the one small problem with it, but that mostly only applies to enemies that are here. Barely anything else is considered fire element, because that's what the plasma beam is.
This is what I was looking for. Ice spreader. Ice spreader. It's the ice super missile.
Yeah.
In some cases, underappreciated, though this one's beefy and takes 10 missiles.
But that's because of what it does. And, the name, should give it away. It is basically a giant, shotgun spread of ice. Meaning you can potentially freeze multiple things in an area.
That's why I said I'm kind of doing convoluted. I got the ice spreader, I got the plasma beam, have the visor. Yeah. Usually a couple of jetpack. Hey, buddy. Eviscerated, just gone. Reduced to atoms.
Shouldn't there also be a turret in here?
No, the turrets go away when the jetpack guys take over the room.
Oh. Well, I guess that would be kind of dick to have you fight both at once, so... I respect that.
Got him. It just eviscerates.
Yeah.
And because we have the plasma beam, if I want to take a weird detour, I could go through Findronadris for 5 minutes and go get that stupid energy tank and get a Chozo artifact. Which I might as well do, I guess, because I'm in the area.
We can also, depending on what we come across, we could also use the ice spreader for 5 minutes to show it off.
So.
Because, I think each of the, super missiles for, each beam, a lot of people will say that only the, basic super missile is useful, and I think all the other ones do have their uses. It's just their uses are...
Also, here's a really fun example of just sheer amounts of bullshit.
You didn't even need to hit it in the back.
Yeah.
Because these are ice enemies, I believe. Yeah. Oh.
No.
Okay, no, you do need to hit it in the back, but again, just like
Exodia, obliterate.
Mm.
Though I believe these guys are still invulnerable. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Neat.
Because
they're ice.
Because the game does like have a very, very small amount of like, oh, this enemy is weak. Like, because everything here is ice-based, it's weak to...
Still can't destroy those things.
You need the wave beam to destroy those.
No, like, even the most powerful...
Well, because those enemies are electric, and the wave beam is, like, also electric, so that's the one reason that applies. Because 95% of the time, it's like, that's not really a thing. It just, like we said before, it just feels like a thing, because it's like... like plasma beam or other shit is like so powerful. The only time it is a thing is literally these enemies. And I guess also technically a lot of mechanical enemies will like go haywire from like not plasma, from wave beam charge shots.
Very simple puzzle here. His hands were frozen.
Shows an artifact.
Yeah. Artifact of the Sun. The 9th of 12. Yeah, that's just okay. Now the problem... Everything else hidden in this area is on the really far side. So if I'm here for stuff, I kind of need to... And I can, you know, go around and get some extra stuff, but it's like... Coming all the way out here for just a couple of things, like the one energy tank, a couple of artifacts, and some missiles, I'm just kind of backtracking through here purely for stuff. And even, like, the charge shot, but even just... Got him in a lock.
Boop.
Yeah. Fucking love the plasma beam.
Yeah.
Let's ignore the plot and do some cleanup.
Yeah.
Because if you, like, for the plot, you need the plasma beam and the X-ray visor, and you gotta go back to the phase-on mines.
Why does this game keep doing that? Also, do you ever fight the large mini-boss version of those enemies again? Or is it literally the, like, 2 in the entire game?
It's only the one you're forced to fight and that extra one in the one room.
I have to ask why. Especially because you feel like there would have been one of those way later in, like, the game when you have, like, all your beams and shit so that you could potentially use the, like, other options.
Oh, wait, no. No.
They actually do just become standard enemies here. Neat.
Oh, I wanna... It absorbs... I wanna...
Now. Yeah, you can...
Yep, it's only like 2 charge shots.
Oh, that's amazing.
I forgot it was the one. If I remember right, there is... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. When I said there was like a few missiles and some Chozo artifacts, I wasn't kidding. Oh yeah, hidden spider wall track. Didn't even fully remember that was here.
Because when you have 250 like missiles in the game, they all start to blend together after a certain point. Because like a lot of them are literally just going to be that if you just blow open this wall if there's a missile behind it.
Now, like, they can't exactly fully burn because they're robots, but...
Even though, you know, metal retains heat, so you would assume pelting them as enough of that would start to cause them to overheat, but whatever, game. So, yeah, that's... Because of the, like, robots and a few... the fact that you can just, like, do that because they have, like, just enough stun.
I have. Oh, yeah, there are more of these than I thought. Huh, funny.
They're just basic bitch enemies now.
Only takes, like... Yep.
Basically takes just 2 shard shots. Or, like, because of how much damage and shit, maybe like 2 or 3 super missiles. But I guess it would depend on the type of super missile you use.
I remembered something being over here, but it was a power bomb expansion, not a missile, but it's stuck in a hole. There we go. Anything else I miss, I will get on my backtrack. Yeah. Oh, like...
Did he fall on you, like, disintegrating?
Yeah.
That is metal as fuck.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's like hardcore when you think about it.
Okay. Like, you know, going off the beaten path to go around and do dumb shit is...
Also, we're back in here. The funny thing is, playing the game on my own time, I realized that energy tank in the one area you can actually just get like up top, and then because you have space jump like from this platform, drop it down to the lower
get the energy tank and just barely space jump back across. But like, my point, I'm backtracking, get it. I can get an extra energy tank, I can get an artifact, but we have to, you know, go so far off the beaten path. But that's fine. Oh, Jesus!
Oh, no, never mind. It's a charge shot, but they do basically just immediately overheat. Okay, we were dumb. The problem is that you kept trying to pelt them, just charge shot the son of a bitch.
Plasma Beam is stupid.
Yes.
And I mean that in the best way. Plasma Beam is stupid. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, what is your opinion on the Ice Spreader? In my opinion, the Ice Spreader is better than people think it is. I'm not saying the Ice Spreader is the best weapon ever, but the Ice Spreader can be good at handling groups of enemies, or it can be good when fighting in a somewhat enclosed space, because the Ice Spreader does actually have a decent sized area of effect, and it technically is a super missile, meaning the Ice Pirates are vulnerable to the damage. And much like my example with the regular super missile and the power pirates, you can shoot an ice pirate with the Ice Spreader, and it will do a massive chunk of damage. So it technically is a decent super missile if you consider the fact that the elite pirates are only vulnerable to one element, meaning the ice pirates are actually a good target for the Ice Spreader, but the plasma beam trivializes almost every enemy in the game, so the Ice Spreader is not super useful outside of maybe taking out an ice pirate, since the plasma beam is stupidly overpowered to a point where you basically never need the other beams unless you're dealing with the elite pirates that change their affinities, because the power pirates, the wave pirates, and the ice pirates are only vulnerable to their respective beams, meaning the plasma pirates are the only elite pirates the plasma beam can defeat. But other than that, the plasma beam really is the go-to weapon to basically destroy everything in the game. So the Ice Spreader, while it can be useful, sadly does not have a lot of super good use, because you can pretty much nuke damn near everything in the game with the plasma beam without really trying. The plasma beam really is that strong. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.